Hello guys, so if you're looking to take your Starfield shipbuilding to the next level, here are some really useful tips and techniques. And these work on both PC and console. The first tip is how to remove ladders from your ship. Now the game places ladders automatically when you have two habs on top of each other. The annoying thing is you can't control where they go. But with this method you can. It involves placing a porthole on the ceiling of your hab. Portholes can be found under the Structure tab. Placing a porthole will actually block the game from placing a ladder. So what you want to do is put these portholes on every spare slot you can, apart from one. You need to leave one spare in order to fit a second hab on top. Now when you go to place this second hab, it won't fit because of the portholes you've just placed. However, if you use the snap glitch, you can actually force these two habs together. To do the snap glitch, first select your hab. Now place it down unconnected to the ship. Next, pick it up and connect it to the ship by pressing and holding A. While still holding A, press the D-pad left once. Now press B. This forces the second hab to connect to the first. Now when we enter our ship, we can see that there are in fact no ladders whatsoever. These dark squares on the floor are places where the game would normally spawn a ladder, but with the portholes there instead, the game is fooled into thinking the top hab and the bottom hab are already connected and that it doesn't need a ladder. If you're new to Starfield shipbuilding, you're probably wondering how you actually navigate between the two levels of your ship without ladders. Well, that's where this cockpit comes in. It's called the Cabot C3 Bridge and you can get it from the new Homestead shipyard on Titan in Seoul. Although the other variations of this Cabot Bridge also work because they're the only ones in the game that come with stairs. These stairs let you navigate the two levels of your ship. More than two levels though, and then you're gonna have to start using ladders. Now another way we can completely eliminate ladders from our build is to choose the right bay. Most bays make you enter your ship through a ladder, but there's one that doesn't. This is a side loading bay by Stroud Eklund, and you can pick this up at their star yard. This is found orbiting the planet Deepala in the Narion system. Just bolt this bay to the side of a hab and make sure there's a route through to the bridge and you can now enter your ship without climbing any annoying ladders. You can put this anywhere, but I like to put bays near the front of the ship just so it's quicker to get to. And going back to snap glitching for a sec, you can use this not only with habs but with other structures as well. Again, all you have to do is pick a part, then place it down unconnected to your ship. Now pick it up and place it to a connect point by pressing and holding the A button. While holding A, press the D-pad to cycle through that part's variations. If it doesn't have variations, you can press Y instead to flip it, remembering to keep the A button pressed. Now press B and that part will attach. You will get some clipping because you're basically forcing this part onto your ship even if there's no room for it, but it's a really useful glitch that gives you more control over your build. And you can do this on PC by the way as well. Instead of pressing A, you click the left mouse button. Instead of the Y button, it's Z on keyboard, and instead of B to back out, press escape. Okay, here's a tip letting you put 6 engines on your ship. Ordinarily, the game lets you put a maximum of 4 engines on your ship, but there are certain engines that can be put on 6 times. One of these is the Ares DT20 engine, and the reason you can put it on 6 times is due to its max power. It's rated 2. The game puts a cap of 12 on your engine, which means you can have 6 of these 2-powered engines because of course 6 times 2 is 12. If an engine has 4 max power, that means you can only have 3 of them because 4 times 3 is 12. In other words, whenever an engine has a rating of 2 for max power, you can use 6 of them. But the Ares DT20 is a Class A engine, which is the weakest class in the game. So if you wanted to use a Class C engine and have 6 of these, there is one you can use. This is the SAO 6830. You can find these at a few shipyards, so the Stroud Eklund Star Yard, Red Mile, Hopetown, Ryujin Industries are just a few of them, but I believe there's a requirement before they actually unlock. That is, you have to complete the mission All That Money Can Buy in Neon, which is given by Walter Stroud, and choose the diplomatic options. But other players have reported finding the SAO 6830 zero without doing this mission. So do let me know down in the comments when they showed up for you. Another tip, this one is really useful when you've got a massive ship with dozens of parts and the game is telling you there's an unconnected module. When this happens, just press LB to highlight the whole ship, then press A and move it to the side. Anything not attached will be left behind so you can immediately see where it is. Before I knew this, I was spinning the camera around and deleting bits so I could see where the loose part was, but by highlighting the whole ship, you can isolate the parts that's not attached and give them a quick fix. In terms of shortcuts, try this one. There's a way to see every available part for a ship before you attach it. To do this, hold LT and RT and press A. This lets you scroll through every attachable part and see exactly how they'll look in the place it's going to go. Usually you just press A to bring up the menu and scroll through a list of parts that might fit and might not fit, but with this method, you'll see what the parts will look like actually in place. And we'll end on another tip to building ships without ladders, and that's how to build complex, multi-level, no-ladder ships. It involves using two specific ship parts. The first is the Nova Galactic Corridor. This is a horizontal corridor that lets you connect up your ship without ladders spawning. You can find this at the Nova Galactic Star Yard, which is orbiting Luna in Seoul. Hope Tech also have a crosswise corridor, but it's 3.5 times heavier, so you can reduce your overall mass by using the Nova Galactic one. The second part you need is the Hope Tech Spine. This lets you build both horizontally and vertically, again without spawning ladders. And you can find this in the Hope Tech HQ on Polvo in the Valo system. With this corridor and this spine, you can build no ladder ships. The general way you do that is that as long as the upper habs don't overlap the lower habs, you will stay ladder free. Go as wide as you want and build however you want, but just make sure the level above a hab doesn't have another hab. So you can put like a crosswise corridor or a Hope Tech spine or any other structure material there. Or you could alternatively just build a single level ship and make everything incredibly flat. So those are a few shipbuilding tips and glitches that work on both PC and console. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, then do leave a like, that massively helps me out. And for more Starfield guides, subscribe to the channel.